Oh, welcome everybody to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. Look who we've got here.
It's me.
It is.
How are you, mate?
All right, buddy. It's been
Lovely to see you again.
yeah, it's been a while, eh?
It has. You come from sunny Spain to England.
Yeah, and
Well, it's rather chilly.
it is. But I tell you what, you get warmed up as soon as you come in here.
Oh, fabulous, isn't it?
The energy of the crystals it's. Sometimes I've got to be honest. Today I've been all over the place because there's so much. For me, it's
there's
like
a lot of energy here. Yeah, yes,
So-
awful lot of energy.
yeah, I'm just getting through that, and it's also
You've come out the other side.
yeah, it's absolutely beautiful as well. The crystals that you have at the moment, that big geode,
Oh, isn't it fabulous?
it's huge.
Yes. I've never seen. I've seen hundreds of thousands of geodes.
Yeah.
That is the best one I've ever seen,
Yeah.
which is why I bought it. Maybe I'll send you a picture. You can put it on your.
I will. I'll
yes,
put it
yes.
up here so people can see it.
That's it.
It's phenomenal.
It is. They'd have to raid the piggy banks, though.
The problem is though,
Yes.
it's hard to take a photo of it and to actually
It is
see
here.
true life.
Yeah, when I move
Yeah.
and I've got it in a nice place, we'll
Yeah.
do it then.
Yeah.
How's
So
that?
you're moving from like what's
This is 11,000 square feet
To-
into 16,000 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah, about 600 feet away as well.
It's incredible.
amazing. So
the amount of crystals that you have, brought in from all over the world is like I just walked around now. I mean, they're not
Has it
even.
blown your mind?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're not even unpacked.
No.
They're in boxes. You've literally got how many tons? Maybe
200.
Oh, yeah, exactly. 200. What am I saying? 50 tons. You've got
200 at least.
tons.
Here in England, there'll be about 70 tons in South Africa, where a mine in Namibia there's at the moment 140 tons of different crystals and stones. And
I
bits and
can't even
pieces.
imagine.
Well, there you go.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
You must be now one of the biggest in Europe. You've got to be.
Yes. I mean, for variety, certainly one of the best in Europe. There's so many different things, but that's what it's all about. It's you know, when you come in here, you'll always find something unique and interesting and that's on your vibrational energy stream as well that you go for.
Not just that, but the fact that I don't need to travel the whole of the
Great,
world.
isn't it? Yeah. I
And
do it for you.
And I can cherry pick
Yeah.
just the right specimens that whether it be that I mount them in ballet
Yeah.
or they're already ready for me here. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Well, that's it, and we've worked together a long time, and I do like to do the commissions for you,
Yeah.
because we do pick the best, and when we do a 6-stage polishing rather than a 4-stage polishing, which a lot
incredible.
of people do,
It's incredible.
and it's done for you as well because we love you.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we today has been a day where I said to you, I've got so many crystals,
Yes.
I don't need any more, but I've ended up raiding your Moldavite. And
You have.
You made some beautiful Moldavite and Herkimers together.
Yeah, well, again, the Herkimers, the guy that I've dealt with him for 20 years, he mines at the Ace of Diamonds mine.
Yeah.
Real good lad. And he'll always pick me nice Herkimers. Then I pick the best, and the best always go to you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's
Do you know why?
Yeah, I don't.
Because we love you at Dolphin Minerals.
Yeah, well, I've got to say, everybody here is, and including the dogs,
They're great, aren't they?
It's like
Yeah.
one big family.
Yeah,
so
It's what it's all about, isn't it? It's not just about the money. It's about enjoying life and enjoying the crystals. And like you say, it's not a workplace. You feel at home, don't you?
No, totally,
Yeah, it's great,
totally.
isn't it? Yeah.
And you can relax. You get offered a coffee every 10 minutes. It's
Yeah.
like it's just beautiful. So at this moment in
Yes.
time, what do you think is one of the top 10 crystals that people are most wanting? I know I bought some beautiful pieces of Malacolla off you. I
Yeah.
mean, incredible.
It is. I mean, like always, Moldavite is always such a good one of the top healing ones, which, I mean, I know you work with an awful lot,
Yeah.
and you channel all your energy into that. That's one. That malachite and chrysocolla, it's called Malacolla.
Malacolla. Yeah.
Malacolla, I mean, that was found, I would think, about 25 years ago. You can't get it. But we found some in India. A guy had retired, and we ended up buying a couple of tons, and out of it, we've got maybe 30, 40 really nice 30, 40 kilos
Kilos.
of really nice cabochons,
So
of which
what
you've
would,
chosen.
So what would that be in comparison? Like if I had say a flat piece like that
Yes.
of in my hand,
Right.
what would that be? How much would that be of the best? How much would we get of the best of if it was that in comparison to what you've
You're
just said?
looking at 10%, sometimes 5%.
Do people understand that?
No, no, it's, when you buy a mineral, say it's like the Malacolla, say for argument's sake, it's $50 a kilo.
Yeah.
And you get 1 kilo, and then out of it, you'll get, say, 100 grams of nice cabochons.
Right.
That means that it's a 10% yield. So the rough hasn't cost you $50, it's cost you $500.
Exactly.
Because the rest you can't
do much with
No.
unless people want it as
and
raw
that's it.
It's incredible to understand that.
Yeah, and Mother Nature is not like a factory. She doesn't churn out constant quality.
Totally.
And this is the problem, finding beautiful things like you do, like I do.
There's a price as well.
Yes,
There's
it's
always
a premium.
A premium on
If you get the
quality.
best, there's always if it's cheap, there's a reason for it.
Yeah. I mean,
And generally, it's not the quality.
yeah, that's right. People do appreciate to look at a beautiful mineral. They
Yes.
look a lot,
Absolutely.
oh, that is so beautiful.
yeah.
But for my clients, they appreciate the fact that the energy that lies within it. They can close their eyes, and it doesn't matter if it's a dirty piece, and then they'll feel the energy of that as well.
Well,
so.
that's the thing. I mean, we all vibrate on different vibrations. Every mineral on the earth vibrates at a different cycle, and it's I believe it's the cycle of the stone and the cycle of you that bring you together.
It's incredible how
You know,
you say
it is.
that.
Yeah.
I've been looking actually, Alex, at the places where crystals are mined and the area and the people
Yes.
that are on that plane or on that surface of that crystal or around it.
Yes.
And I always find that there's some pattern of the healing process of the crystal to the humans around there.
Yes.
It
Yes,
sounds a
it
bit
is.
bizarre.
And I can understand where you're coming from. A lot of people might not get it, but
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, just sometimes it just works perfectly for the people
yeah.
around. It's just like the food that we eat. What is grown where we are locally is best for our health.
Yes.
And so I find that fascinating. So just as I guess a thought process to me, what's your most, if there was a dream that you had of a crystal shelf filled with crystals, and it would be a dream that you could just go to any mine and mine the most beautiful quality, if it was open to you to just say, okay, mine this, where would you like to where would you like to have gone in the past that isn't here? Or
I think Sumeb mine in Namibia is one of the mines that's known throughout the world. It was a copper mine, but it's a corkscrew mine, and it goes round and down like that. And as you go down, there's all different minerals that are formed. And there's been so many different minerals in that mine.
in one mine.
In one mine, hundreds and hundreds
You
of
are
different minerals.
joking.
No.
How on earth did that happen?
They just found it. It's just one of those mines
It was a
where
one-off.
It was a one-off. There'll be one or two other mines, but I think Sumeb, all the secondary coppers, and then there was some leads and secondary leads, and there was just so many different minerals. And I was fortunate. I've had, and I still have, a few Sumeb minerals, but that is a place. I mean, it's
And
still
that's shut down, or is it?
it's still sort of open, but things like the dioptase is below the waterline because they mined the water level is there. Say on, I bought some azurite which was on level 5.1, and then it went down further and further. I think to 14 or 15. All these different levels, and when you went, I can't remember the level, but then that's the water table, so they had to constantly pump the water out.
So it's a constant battle.
Yeah. So now they've let the water level is at where it is, and things like dioptase and a few others are below that level, so you won't get them
You
again.
won't be able to get them again.
Unless they pump out.
And unless the water level goes down so
The water, yeah. Well, I think
does it go down in Mother Earth when you get that
it
far?
will sometimes. I mean, again, if the people are irrigating, the water table below the surface of the earth will go down, and then obviously don't use it; it'll come back up again.
Right.
But I don't think they use too much around there. I mean, some of it's in a fairly remote area.
Right.
But it was one of the big copper mines.
Yeah.
But that would be lovely.
And opals are always an interesting thing to me.
Yes.
What do you find fascinating about? You like Ethiopian opal?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the best value for money opal are Ethiopian.
Yeah.
I'll show you when we go downstairs. I've got a 46 carat opal that's a treble A grade from Ethiopia.
Wow.
If that was from, that's worth maybe £3,000. If that was an Australian one, you could put certainly another zero and double it. It may be worth 60,000.
And why is that, do you think?
I don't know.
Got to be a reason for it.
Australian opal just has it. That's where the value is. It's like amethyst. You get amethyst all over the world, but the best is Uruguayan. It's closely followed by the Brazil.
Yeah.
But there is, but it's just that's how it is.
Could opal have something to do with the way that diamonds, say, are distributed? So it's a bit like we've only got so many.
Well, there's that, and also it's the cost of mining. I mean, we're actually we're mining at the moment in Namibia,
right, in
Irongo Mountain.
What are you mining for?
We're hoping for aquamarine, hyalites, black tourmalines. If we're lucky, a mineral called Yeremiyevite, which is quite a rare. It's a blue but rare stone.
Wow.
But you can start mining, and you can go for a year and not hit a pocket, or you could go in there tomorrow
and hit something straight away.
And you could be.
That's the gamble you take.
Boom or bust. Costs a fortune. Yeah. I mean, all I'm doing is hemorrhaging money at the moment, but it's great
hopefully
fun.
one day you'll get a phone call and say,
Yes.
Alex, we've struck gold.
We've struck gold. Here are all the beautiful minerals, and
that's when you recuperate all the money that you put into it.
Yeah. But it's not, it's not just about
when you
the money.
mine.
Yeah.
What's the chances of actually hitting something? If you're looking at 50-50.
No. If it was that easy,
everybody would be doing it.
Yeah.
So
it's the same with this Australian. You can go for a year and not hit a thing.
So it's like going to the roulette table.
Oh
almost.
yeah, that's basically what it is.
I remember a guy. I don't know if I ever told you about him. He was a baron.
Yeah.
And what he used to do, he ended up being a baron, but before that, he used to be some kind of gemologist, or he used to fly in a plane back in the 1930s. And look down in Africa and see
he
would be able to say
faults.
where the crystals were.
Yeah.
And he was a genius, and he found uranium in Canada.
Yes.
And he became very
geology.
wealthy.
You can tell again with the Australians with the opal and gold, the way that the geological faults when you're high up, you can see them. And that gives you a good indication. But when you're mining in a mountain that hasn't been surveyed, it's a very
hit and miss.
Hit and miss. But it's I've got six guys up there. We only use small hand tools and small things because you've got to hold it all up.
People are watching this thinking that you've got huge machinery and you're raping the earth. I mean, I get this all the time. Or you're raping the earth, Mark.
No, we're not even mining 0.5% of the world's surface.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day,
you're talking about everybody
in the whole world, and also minerals are being made.
Yeah, just did you hear that,
speak.
guys? You just say that one more time, just to explain. You're not even mining 1%,
0.5% of the world's surface.
Of our world's surface.
And also,
maybe that should stop people from saying you're raping the earth.
We're not, and also you've got to bear in mind, it's not just for for these crystals,
everything. It's for
your
phones.
house,
It's for
phones,
everything
Yes.
that we need. The ones who are complaining are normally the ones who have got the phone
Yes.
and everything that.
That's the thing. People don't understand that. You want hot water.
Yeah.
Well, copper pipes. Where does copper come from?
Exactly.
Comes out the ground.
Exactly.
You need and your mobile phone. It's got so many rare earth minerals in it, and they all come from the earth.
It's true.
So and as I say, minerals are being formed as we speak.
Exactly.
Because the tectonic plates are moving.
Yes.
And creating different temperatures and different minerals in certain areas will start creating minerals.
So it's not like they've all gone.
No.
The earth always continues creating.
Correct.
Yeah. So
And
it's
when
an
we're
abundant,
gone-
and it's an abundant supply, but it's not that easy to find.
Correct.
So Mother Earth makes it difficult for us to find.
Which is great. Yeah, which is great. But it will ultimately all go back to the earth. Because we're,
Of course,
as a species,
you're absolutely right. Just like we will.
Yeah, as a species, we're selfish, and it doesn't matter who you are, from the very poorest to the very richest. Yeah. We are a selfish species,
Yes.
And unfortunately, I think we will end up destroying ourselves. But then everything will go back to the earth again.
Yeah, and
the
Mother
earth
Earth
will
always
al-
wins.
oh,
She always wins.
She
in the
will
end.
be here long after everything.
Yeah,
you know.
you're so right.
And she always has been.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
It's just we're here in this moment in time.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I just say to you when you said to me you dug this huge what's it called with the
Ammonites.
ammonites
Yes.
all over, and
Yeah.
you said it was like 30 million.
No, 200 million years
Yeah,
old.
no, I mean, come on, how long have we been here? Like, I'm 58 now.
Yeah.
I've been 58 years.
Are you 58
It's-
really?
Yeah, it's like, come on,
Do you know
come on, for 200 million
200 million years.
Ah.
The sun has come up and gone down every day for 200 million years. And you've been here 58.
58 years.
It's not even a blink.
I know.
Not even a blink.
It's
you
very
just
difficult to even
comprehend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And they were living, those
do you know what I
ammonites.
find strange? That those should be really worth gazillions of and yet they're so accessible to everybody to get a piece and
They
to
are.
wear a piece.
Yes.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah, aren't they? And it's nice that things can be enjoyed. I mean, sometimes, I think to myself, those crystals have been in that pocket in the dark
Yeah.
for millions of years.
Yeah.
And it's just nice for people to appreciate them.
Yeah, I do.
And do you know what I mean? And they come out in the sun.
My grandchildren absolutely love them.
Have you got grandchildren? You don't look old enough.
You're so kind.
Thank you.
So, question,
Yes.
Amber
Amber,
and copal. What I did a video the other day on them, and
Yes.
my understanding of them is that apparently they're less than so many.
I think it's 250,000 years and under it's copal.
Yeah.
And over that,
Yeah.
250,000 years and a day, then it's amber.
Okay, and the difference between the brittleness. Do you find that copal is more brittle?
Yeah, it
and
tends to be a little softer.
a little softer.
Yeah, a little softer, but it's still very old.
Yeah.
I mean, 250,000 years is a lot.
Exactly.
Again, but yeah, the good amber, and it's the preservation.
Somebody
as well.
said on
Yeah.
here, I noticed, they said, I don't believe amber is what it is. I believe it's, I think they said honey or something like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've not really thought about it, but it's
It's the tree
It's
resin.
the tree resin.
Yes.
But they were saying they thought it was honey, and I'm like, okay. It's just interesting how people see it. It's who knows? But
I don't think bees were around. millions of years ago.
I have no idea.
Mosquitoes certainly were, but I think bees
And
are.
how do we know mosquitoes? Because they're inside the resin. They're
Yes.
trapped inside
They're
the resin.
in the tree resin. Yes.
Yeah,
And you see the tree
I bought
resin
some of them
now.
off you, I think, in the past.
Yeah, with a dinosaur in, didn't you?
Yeah, a little dinosaur. Yeah, and I drilled into it, got the DNA.
That's it.
And,
Yeah, and
now
then you were away. You
you
got
think-
your pet dinosaur.
Yeah. When you come over to Serbia, you can see them all running around.
Do you know what? I can't wait to come over and see you. Can't wait to bob over there. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you've got coming up? Any other minerals that are on the way, or
Yes,
anything?
we were mining in diopside Vesuvianite crystals.
Vesuvianites.
Yeah, they're due over. We were mining those earlier on this year, and they'll be really nice because they're actually held in calcite, and it'll protect the crystals. So
Wow.
when I get those over, we're in the process of shipping now. They should be with me in maybe a couple of months' time or something
that
like
sounds really
so
exciting.
they're very interesting.
Yeah. You're doing some lovely. I listened to my clients and they
Yes.
said, "Oh, I said, what would you like if I created like 3 crystals that you most love
Yes.
together?" And I got an inundated messages, so I took them
yes.
messages
Yep.
and I said, "Alex, you think we could maybe come up with
And
something?"
we've made a start on them, haven't we? We've
what have we done?
we've
thus
done
far?
5.
Right.
You've got the pictures. I can't remember them, but there's certainly I think Vivianite and Moldavite together, because we've got
Wow.
some
Nice-
Vivianite.
nice
I think I've got
combination.
I'll show you a piece of Vivianite. Just hold on. That's Vivianite there.
Gorgeous.
That's from.
It's just so
get rid of
gorgeous.
that. Get that off. Oh, it is. There we are.
Can I just hold?
Yeah, you hold that. That's from Brazil. That comes from the Amazon. So, and it's like blades together. But again, it's quite a rare mineral, that one. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
And
I've just fallen in love with it over the past few years.
That's great,
now,
isn't it?
and,
Yeah, just beautiful.
But you have to be very careful when you mount it because it is brittle.
It is.
So when you mount it, just
to be very
don't,
careful.
Don't like wash the car or start,
With a
doing
lot of-
home decoration.
With a lot of natural stones, you can't do the washing up and the gardening and DIY with them on,
Yeah.
because they're a natural stone.
You should
and
treat them like a diamond.
yes,
like you
with
just keep
respect.
that around
Yeah,
your neck
yeah,
and just be
yeah.
careful.
Yeah, just be wary of them. That it's a natural mineral, and some of them you have to look after them all, but some you have to look after a little bit more than
Totally.
others. It's like opals. You really have to look after them.
Totally.
So
So, question:
Yes.
do you think you'd be able to get some Diana Marie fluoride for us because we've run out? Is there any? I know I can't get any.
I've got a secret stash of the very first when they actually found it. It was the green and it goes purple outside.
Wow.
I do have a few pieces.
Well, maybe if you could make us some, that would
Yes.
be amazing. And the cocotite.
Kakakokatite.
Kakakotite.
Yes.
You said you might be able to get some done soon. If you,
Oh,
if
do you want some more of that?
Yeah.
Oh, right, because I've got a big piece.
I know,
I'll
that's
do
the
it.
piece that I was hoping that you were going to send off and get us.
Well-
a lot of my clients were asking about that. I know you're busy all the
I
time.
think
you
I've
forget.
got some rough over in the factory. I'll have a look.
If you don't
And
mind.
pendants.
Yes, please.
Okay, all right,
That'd
I'll
be
do that.
that'd
Yeah,
be
it's a
lovely.
it's a rarity, also known as reindeer blood.
Yeah, I
the-
prefer the cocotite.
Kakakokokoko.
Yeah,
Kakakokokite,
rainbow
yes.
blood's never right impresses
Reindeer
me
blood.
to-
No, I know. It's just people give things these names.
They
and what
do,
have you,
and
you know.
that's interesting because I made a mistake the other day with what was it, the blue opal. And
Yes.
now I've actually just got the blue opal, which is from Peru.
Yes, Peru.
The
You've
Peru
got Peruvian blue opal.
Yeah, which I thought I thought, oh, this is, and I got it wrong. It was a different place.
The problem is
Mexico, but they're completely different.
It's-
And then the other blue one, which is the lighter blue,
is Andean.
right?
Then there's another Andean one, and the problem is that people start giving things names.
This is where I get all the thrown
Well,
out.
a lot of people will get confused. I mean, I think the very first mineral that was christened as another mineral was, I think 30 years ago by Melody, and you know it as seraphinite.
Yes.
And do you know the geological name for it?
No.
Cliniclor.
Wow.
So it's always known as Cliniclor, but because Melody marketed it under a different name, everyone now knows it as seraphinite.
Which is actually a beautiful name.
It is.
I get it
Yeah.
to it, but it's confusing
Yeah.
sometimes.
And another one, I'll give you another one. Do you know Tiffany stone? You know the Tiffany stone?
I do.
What's the geological name for that?
No idea.
It's actually Bertrandite.
Wow.
So
I prefer Tiffany stone, so I get it sometimes.
But this is the problem, and now more and more people are christening stones,
yes,
and one name will
stick,
and it goes. And it's confusing for you, it's confusing for me, it'll be confusing for all your fans out there as well. So you have to, you have to look at it a little bit more, and you've always been on top of the job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're ever going to be 100% in everything that you do.
No.
There's going to be mistakes.
Yes.
There's going to be things that are thrown here and there and into the pot that I didn't read. But ultimately, we do our best to try and help the clients and give
ourselves.
them the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you and I, it's like I say, it's not just about the money, is it? It's about giving people nice things and,
it's the
and not
satisfaction
having
of people to say nice. The
not
satisfaction
lie
of
say
I got this crystal and I feel freaking amazing.
Yes.
I'm so happy. That's really for me.
It's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's number one.
Yeah.
And then the fact that we're able to sell them and then get more and build and build.
Yes, yeah.
We're up to, my company, we're up to about 20,000 singular crystals on the website. Wow. That's not bad for a small family business.
That's amazing. This is amazing. But and again, I know you channel energy and thought into every crystal.
Yeah, so that in itself tells
it's a bit
you
wearing. I know you wear yourself out doing that.
Sometimes,
I phone him now and again, and he's worn out. He's having a little siesta, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. You've caught me. Yeah, you're definitely right. But it's been an interesting few months.
Yes.
And I've had some amazing crystals from here, and like now, I've just chosen some beautiful blades of
light from Colombia.
Yeah.
And beautiful. They are stunning.
And Lemurian.
It's the Lemurian blades of light.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah, they're just the quality of some of the Colombian crystal is just
phenomenal.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Really, really, really beautiful.
Because sometimes when you get the that particular crystal, they can be very dull and you just
unassuming.
When you get them like that, it's like phenomenal.
Well, I do have some coming across that they're like a rose colour.
Wow, that sounds beautiful.
I'll send you some photos. They're in the air as we speak.
Wow.
Yeah, flipping the way over to me.
Amazing.
Yeah, so
that sounds amazing.
I'll send you some photos, and I think it's a hematite inclusion in the quartz, but it is the same. It's the Colombian laser and Colombian Lemurian, but with inclusion in them.
I sometimes I find it fascinating that there's so many inclusions and the matrix and Motherstone and I've just bought some. They're opal, right? In Motherstone.
Yes.
But they've been the Motherstone. They've been cut.
Yes.
How's that?
The Motherstone is Australian boulder opal.
Boulder opal, I love.
Massive, as in the actual opal.
Yeah.
And then crafted into it is a piece of Ethiopian opal. You get the real.
So beautiful.
It's something very different. And they're associated rocks.
I think people are wanting different now as well.
Yeah.
They love a piece of, just let me just grab one piece so they can see.
Go on then. Oh, don't do yourself in.
No, look at that. Look at the colour of that. It's nearly as bright as my shirt.
Pardon, I can't hear you for the shirt.
I'll give you some sunglasses, don't worry. So when you see a beautiful piece like that and you think gorgeous, but then so many people have beautiful pieces of amethyst now,
Yes.
of clear quartz or rose.
Yes.
Now, is there anything a little bit different? And that's
Well,
what people are after now.
The next ones down from your amethyst quartz, then I'd go for apophyllite.
Apophyllite, which I absolutely love. That's still by
Stilbites, it's the zeolite group.
Zeolite group.
You know, you've got apophyllite,
Yeah.
stilbite. There's things like chabasite and all these different.
These are from
so-
India. These are
Mainly from
India.
Yeah, the classic location is India.
What's the difference between the green and the orange when you look at, the orange and the green?
It's a different, again, they're different mines.
Yeah.
So there will be different, where they formed, there will
Yeah.
be different, there'll have been different minerals that will have gone to include into that particular zeolite.
Yeah.
And different temperatures.
It's fun.
This is
for
the
me.
thing.
I find it fascinating.
It's amazing how the earth has made these things.
Yeah,
You know,
it
and
is.
the everything that has to go together for this particular stone to be created. You know, it's just amazing.
Have you ever been to? I don't know if you ever. I mean, you probably go there, but there's a place where you have to wear a mask and go underground, and it's so hot you can only stay there.
Mexico,
So long.
yeah,
But
yeah.
there's a place in Spain actually,
Is
an hour
there?
away from me, and I've never been.
Why
and
don't
I
you
keep
go?
saying that, and apparently you go in, and it's just basically it's all clear quartz everywhere.
Yeah. Or is it gypsum?
Maybe.
Might be gypsum.
Maybe, yeah,
Because
maybe.
the Mexican one is gypsum. It's the sedimentary.
Yeah.
And
It probably is.
Yeah.
Probably is. But yeah, I'm going to do that and do a video on it. But yeah, it fascinates me how, I was just thinking if a guy bought a piece of land and then one day just slipped and then found himself and looking at all of these geodes.
Well, if you go drill down
far enough, you'll always find.
you start getting warmer and warmer and warmer.
And you'll eventually find something.
Yeah, then you'll eventually find magma.
Magma.
Yeah, and lava.
Yeah.
Which you don't want to find.
Not really. Not really. No. But lava's okay. I don't mind lava stone.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah. When it's cold.
Yeah.
Not when it's hot.
Well, you just get some nice,
Get your
potatoes
eggs.
in there.
Yeah, and away you go.
Yeah, you're fine.
that'd be lovely.
Anyway, we're trying to be serious here.
Sorry.
But yeah, we're talking eggs.
But you could, people do find things, they'll go and there might be a natural fissure in the earth that goes down and down and down.
Wouldn't recommend it.
No.
I wouldn't recommend it. Just leave it to Alex. That'll be fine. And then we'll wait till the nice stuff comes out and we'll just cherry pick it.
Absolutely.
Well, Alex, it's been a joy
It's
again.
lovely to see you again,
Yeah.
Mark. You're always welcome.
Yeah, you're buzzing. Are you off again shortly, December?
I go to Hong Kong on Monday for 3 days.
Beautiful.
Then I'm back for 4 days. Then I go to Namibia, South Africa for 2 days. Then Namibia for 7. Then back to South Africa for 8. And then in January, I'm away to America. So
It's a shitty life, really. I mean,
someone's got to do it.
Yeah. We'll let you do it.
Yeah, we're going to do it. But I'm looking forward to Namibia because I'm going to go see the guys where we're actually mining at the moment. And there's a few other things, we're going to do some. I'm looking at pegging some new mines, and we have to do environmentals for them.
Right.
And environmental.
There's a lot of stuff.
You just can't go.
Yeah,
You can't go
I
if you
know
do the
that.
job properly.
Yeah.
You can't just go and dig
I get
and
it.
find.
I
We
get
have
it.
to.
Apply for licenses.
Yes. Well, I've just been doing it just now.
And it's a ball ache, I've been told.
it
You're not the
is.
only person I know that mines, and they said just don't.
It's you've got to know what you're doing. I mean, all of a sudden I've got an environmental thing we're doing now. He's just phoned me from Namibia.
Yeah.
And we have to donate like a £2,000
Right.
towards the conservation of a particular area for the wildlife,
I
which
understand. I
is
get it.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy doing it. Obviously it impacts a little bit on the cost of the stones because you've got an extra
Cost. Yeah.
cost. But the main thing for me, so long as the animals
And
are
you
okay,
Yeah,
that's the
And
most important for me.
And do you know what? I saw Alex this morning. I got up at 7, drove here, and parked the car, and Alex was outside, and he had a tub. And I'm like, "What you doing?" He says, I'm feeding the birds. I says, what bird? He says, that one up there. And I turned and there's a crow looking at him. And you feed him every morning.
Every
don't
morning,
you?
there's two of them that come down. I feed them every morning.
Yeah,
They come and say hello.
Yeah, you're a lovely guy. And
what it's all
you've
about.
got 3 doggies that
Three doggies in here, yes.
which are part of the
Part of the
working
family.
staff.
Yeah, yes.
So
they're on guard duty.
You're a good guy. You're a good guy. You're a
Don't
loving,
be too
kind guy. So, Alex, I want to say thank you. Everybody's been asking about you.
Oh, lovely.
I mean,
I'm pleased.
are you going to go and see it? I said, I promise I will. And he's always got great information,
Yeah.
full of energy, and long may you have a fantastic and successful life, Alex.
Lovely.
Thank you, brother.
Pleasure. And if your fans want to know anything that we can both answer, not a problem. Get them to.
I will. I'll get in touch.
To write into or say anything.
Yeah,
and we'll do our best to answer any questions. No problem at all.
That sounds great, Alex.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
That's great.
Right, I hope you enjoyed that today. And from Alex and myself, take care. Love you all. Bye for
Bye-bye.
now.